into we're gonna put this into our Facebook group too. So
Sure it does.
Becky, you can start now.
Okay, great. Well, thank you guys all for being on tonight. We're super excited, to get everybody together really to talk about how athletes and nutrition go together and how crucial and important it is to get the right nutrition into your bodies to, have the best performance both on and off the field. So we're gonna, I'm a mom. I know Suzanne mentioned that. I have 3 boys. My oldest is actually sitting here with me. He's 15 and he is a big runner. He runs cross country and track and field. And I know that for me to have this foundation of nutrition for him with all of the, he's running 40 miles a week, training in the gym, just doing so much that I'm glad to have found what we're going to talk a little bit more about tonight in a little bit, 7 years ago with Juice Plus, but we're going to hear from some amazing athletes tonight. And just to give you a little bit about what Juice Plus does in the athlete world, we are the exclusive nutritional supplement partner of USA Volleyball. We have nutritionally supported athletes from all around the world, including professional sports and Olympics, all the way down to youth athletics, guys. It's crucial to have good nutrition all the way through. So you've heard of Olympic athletes like Shannon Miller, who's the most decorated female gymnast in Olympic history. And she's a big part of our Juice Plus world. And also Ricky Prohl, who played 17 seasons in the NFL. Brittany Hochevar, who is USA Volleyball, Solomon Simmons, who is competing in this coming Olympics for track and field. And he's not what we typically look at as an athlete, but Bear Grylls has also been, with us in the Juice Plus world for many, many years since he was a teenager. So when you have people who are competing at that level and they need that extra nutrition, but we all do. So what you're going to hear tonight is just really great foundational information and really to get that conversation going. So if you guys have any comments, questions, use your chat function. We'll have time towards the end to kind of open it up to some conversation and, write down your questions, ask these guys, because you have some amazing people here tonight to hear their stories. So we're going to get started with Joseph Gadil. He is a personal trainer and CrossFit coach. And I'm going to turn it over to him and he can get us started. Thanks, Joe.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Becky. And thank you, Suzanne, for asking me to be on this call tonight, and excited to share my story with all of y'all and kind of give that athletic perspective, as well as how I share, Juice Plus and the value of whole food based nutrition with, everybody that I can. But a little bit about who I'm and so I'm 3 years old. I live in Pensacola, Florida. Recently, we've been here about 2 years. And I went to the University of Southern Mississippi, where I studied exercise science. And then from there, got my personal training certification from the American College of Sports Medicine, which some of you may be familiar with. And then from there, I started working at various gyms and doing personal training, mainly one-on-one, some small group training. And that's kind of how I got my career going. Nutrition wasn't at the forefront at this moment. And this, I was 22, and like most 22-year-olds, nutrition's not at the not at the top of the list. It's more about, at least from a guy's perspective, how much weight's on the bar, more or less how many spears of broccoli you're eating. But anyway, so from there, as interested, it was kind of interesting. Juice Plus just kind of fell in my lap. I wasn't really looking for it. It was a coworker at the time named Wanda Munn. I don't know if she's on here tonight, but super blessed she came into my life and shared Juice Plus with me. And at that time, I had actually become interested in juicing. And that's what led her to share Juice Plus with me. Some of you may have seen the documentary Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. It's on Netflix. Highly recommend it. It's pretty old now, but it's still a good one. So when I mentioned that, she told me about Juice Plus. And what actually caught my attention, though, was the business side of the equation. And she just simply said one sentence that really caught my attention, and it was that you could make about $500 a month if you got a handful of families on this product. And being a broke college student, that was mighty appealing to me. So that's what led me to really take a dive into what this product was, what the business was, and it really just made sense just right out the gate for me. I know that's not everybody, but I knew this was something that I wanted to immediately start sharing with people, and a product that I wanted to use myself, most importantly, because I knew I was not eating everything that was in Juice Plus, and seeing the picture of all the foods in there, my eyes just got huge. I'm like, wow, I can get all this in my body, this in this simple form. I mean, this is amazing. So I started taking the product myself and noticed a lot of immediate benefits: less brain fog, more mental clarity. I didn't have that afternoon kind of lull that I was used to having. Noticed my recovery was better from workouts. And then down the road, noticed, hey, I'm not, getting as sick as I usually was, or if I did, my symptoms were way less severe. And then I did feel like just my performance overall was better. And that's gone on now year after year for 10 years. I've been taking Juice Plus for 10 years, which is something you don't hear very often, which I think is kind of cool to be able to say. You don't know people that take a supplement for that long. We're so used to hearing about, this new fad year after year and people falling off, but Juice Plus is something that you need the rest of your life. But as far as what I've seen in my clients, not only, from a performance side, but just overall health side, is just amazing. Like there is a difference that I've seen from my clients who use Juice Plus and the ones who don't. And after 10 years, I've trained a lot of people and, talked to a lot of people about nutrition, and the ones who decide to get started on Juice Plus are the ones, who I see these benefits and improvements with. And a lot of the similar stuff that's happened with me. They're sick less often. They don't have that muscle fatigue that a lot of people experience in high intensity workouts, or it's just not as much. They're recovering better, and they just have a better sense of well-being. And the biggest thing probably is that they are making better food choices. Their cravings are better. So, with that, if they're eating better just overall, then, they're probably going to lose a little more weight. They're going to drop more body fat. They're going to perform better because they're not putting the junk in their body that a lot of other people might be putting in. Because, it's just a simple, what, you put in is what you're probably going to get out. So good in, good out, bad in, bad out. And that's really how I use this as a business. Is my world revolves around fitness, and I'm in the gym pretty much 24/7. So that's primarily where I insert this as a business, because that's, my life. Right. So people that I meet, the people that I get to talk to, is how I share Juice Plus. And whether they get on it or not, is, that's totally their choice. But I do feel like when the time's right, it needs to come up, especially with my one-on-one clients, because I have seen a lot of meal plans that I ask people to give me. And I challenge you to do this yourself as well. Write down what you eat for a few days And this is when you have to like really be honest with yourself and don't fudge anything and just look at it and be like, wow, like I don't eat hardly any vegetables. The variety's not there. Fruits are probably not there either, in a wide variety. So I've yet to see a meal plan where people are eating 10 servings a day. So that's where I start. It's like, look, this fills the gap. It's simple, it's affordable, and it's something you just need, just like I do. So it's been a great journey, just seeing all the customers I've had over the years, building those relationships and the benefits that they've had. And it feels good to make that impact. And I hope to continue doing it for a long time. But that's basically my story, and what or how I do this business, and what I've seen it do for other people and for myself. And I will leave it at that and bring it back to you, Becky.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And you're so right. Just especially when you're young and you think that you don't need all the things, healthy things, and it's not always what we want. But I have noticed, and with me and my kids, my whole family, that our cravings have changed. We want to eat healthier things as well, but getting that in every day is challenging. So, but it's so important. So our next speaker is Terry Williamson. Terry is a CrossFit gym owner and a trainer as well. And I know she just got finished with the class not too long ago. So I know that she has some great information and tips to share with us tonight too. So Terry, go ahead.
Thank you, Becky. Yes, I did just get finished with class. I wish I could eat the veggies and fruits right now. So my story is not quite that old, but about 8 years ago, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition called leaky gut syndrome. And this is kind of where the beginning of my journey started, just to have better overall health. And the biggest foundation for that was to start including a healthier diet and to increase my level of activity. It was a struggle, but it's been a journey for sure. So as I became healthier, I realized that was leading me into a passion for helping other people do the same. So fast forward, that was about 8 years ago. So 2021, I'm now in my 7th year as a CrossFit gym owner. And I also have a small hobby farm where I raise grass-fed beef. So kind of trying to tie in all of my life into one big, beautiful package. One of my members, Holly Lagore, who is my upline, introduced me to Juice Plus so many times I can't even begin to count on both hands how many times she shared the information with me. I was curious, but I guess I just didn't think I had the time with my already very busy lifestyle. But Holly, God bless her, was just relentless and so giving of her time, and she just kept sharing with me over and over how easy it was to add so much nutrition to my diet and how great the Juice Plus company was. I believed her, I just wasn't sure I was quite ready. So as life would have it, 2019 brought with it some pretty major changes for myself. And with those changes came the need for a healthcare solution for myself and a need to increase my income. And who doesn't want to do that, right? Eat healthier, live better, make more money. So I decided finally I had nothing to lose and so many incredible benefits to gain. I already had a passion for helping people take better care of themselves, so adding Juice Plus just made sense. I had only been using Juice Plus for a couple of weeks when I noticed a pretty significant difference in my energy levels. My gut health felt better. Overall, I felt less lethargic and noticed a pretty big difference in my complexion. The big change for me came when not only did I notice, but my friends and family were starting to notice the improved benefits just in my complexion, just my energy levels increasing and wanting to do more. So I started to share with them the benefits of this product. At that point, I felt more comfortable with it because I had been using it for long enough that I was seeing the benefits for myself and really believed in the product. So I was then able to start sharing with them the incredible benefits of just eating more nutritious food. Owning a gym puts me in a position that's a lot different from other people. It helps me to help people improve their physical appearance, but partnering with Juice Plus helped me realize that I could make the transition for them to improve their health from the inside out a lot easier. And I don't know anyone who can't benefit from eating more fruits and vegetables. So partnering with Juice Plus definitely was a perfect way for me to get myself back on track with better nutrition, and also became a pretty significant part of my life that, you know, I already owning a business, understand that it's a challenge, but partnering with Juice Plus just made adding an additional business to my life really simple. So it was definitely a no-brainer, and it has improved the lives of many of my members and my family.
Thank you so much for sharing that. You know, what took you, you know, through all of the things that you've gotten to hear, and being in such a great place to share with so many people is awesome. And I had mentioned a little bit before about, you know, my story with being a mom of 3 boys, ages 11, 13, and 15. And I know when we back when we found out about this nutrition, I had been having some issues with multivitamin toxicity, and my kids were little, they're picky eaters. And I was like, you know what, I just need something to get back to basics. And just stumbled upon this through my friend Holly. She was sharing it. She's a pharmacist. And I was like, well, I need, you know, to get back to basics. And what more basic in our nutritional needs than fruits and vegetables? I mean, that is where we should start, really. But it is challenging. So, you know, it just made total sense. We got started. And now being a mom of teenagers who are all athletes, and of course, you know, also to support their, you know, being students and their education. But, you know, with the amount of practices and training that they do, we really need to be focusing on feeding our kids whole foods, you know, getting that in at every meal, every single day, to help them with their recovery and repair. And this nutritional solution has been great for us. So a little bit about what it is. Juice Plus is a 30 fine ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries. And we put it in a capsule or a gummy. So I'm going to show you, this is our fruit blend. And, you know, all of these fruits that are in here are blended up and freeze dried and put in this capsule. And, you know, sometimes we put it into our smoothies that we have in the morning. Sometimes we just take them like this, but they're a great way to get this wide variety that we never get. We always tend to eat really the same things every single day. So Juice Plus has been a really simple solution for that, but really focusing on that piece of nutrition that to make it simple, that we need every day. So it is, it has a nutrition label, and you can see on here, a lot of things say supplement label, but this is the actual plants that are in here. So it's non-GMO, it's tested to be free of chemicals and pesticides. That's always such a big concern these days. Of course, it is NSF certified. And for our athletes that need special certification, we actually have an NSF sport certification for them. So, you know, especially higher level athletes need that on their supplements. So it is the most researched nutritional product in the world. We have over 40 research studies on heart health, brain health, inflammation, DNA repair, oxidative stress, skin health. There's so many things that happen in your body when you put the right nutrition in. And it doesn't take the place of eating the real thing, but it bridges that gap. And so that is why it's such a big part of our diets and so many people. And, you know, our stories are here to share with you our different experiences. Everyone is different. We don't make claims, but we have this amazing research to hang our hats on and to show what it really does in the body. Our studies are gold standard, peer-reviewed, published in medical journals, and done by universities and hospitals all around the world. So it's pretty phenomenal. And you know, we're just so thankful, I know, especially in my family, to have this foundation. So just a little bit about that. And one other thing, we do have something called the Healthy Starts for Families program. So if you're a parent who wants to give this to your kids, they will get it for free. Or it could be, you know, grandma wants to sponsor one of your kids ages 4 through college age. And the person who invited you tonight can share more about that program. But our mission is to inspire healthy living and to get as much good nutrition into as many people as possible. And so we have this amazing program available. So we're going to get back to hearing another story, and we're going to go to Gerard Cobain, and he is a track and field coach now, but he ran in the 2012 Olympics in track. And so he is just a phenomenal breath of fresh air, and I just can't wait for you guys to hear his experience and his story. So Gerard, you ready to go?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you, everyone on the call for having me on the team. And my story and my experience with Juice Plus is maybe the story is long, but I will make it short because being a professional athlete, um, I've been trying different brand of, vitamin or supplement to be able to perform. But for so many years, I couldn't really find the right one. I tried different, but the information providing on the logo and the side effect, the feelings that you can have by using the product is two different things. So every time when I try something, it doesn't work. And being a biologist, I was aware that my body lack of many things because I spend a lot of money on my nutrition. I'm very picky when it comes to nutrition, which is right because I want to do good in my life and in my sports. And it was a long way to find something really natural that can help me until one day Cassidy told me that, hey, friend, I think I have something that, can be able to help you with your life and your sports. I was like, what is that? I look at it. I didn't say anything. And another day she called me, hey friend, I know you are my good friend, you are a student. I know your situation being international student in USA. It's not easy, but I think this business is going to help you and open up another doors for you. So that was the second time and we met. I read all the information. I start searching now about Juice Plus. I'm like, oh, I love fruit and vegetable. If they have it on the pills, I said, this is life changing. It's going to change my life and I'll be able to help other people to change their life, which is going to be amazing and it's happening because when I start taking, I could feel automatically the difference between me before Juice Plus and when I start taking it. Because usually when I finish my classes, I have long days at school with my classes, everything is online now and I tutor. So I can be on the computer for 6 hours straight, which is not good. I know that. And when I finish, I go to bed, I struggle to sleep because I know that I burned a lot of energy and then I couldn't get it back, which is, naturally your body needed to recover. Your cells need more energy to be able to regenerate when you are sleeping. But if you don't have that energy and the nutrient that your body needs to produce more protein so that you can recover and wake up in the morning very fresh, it's a lot of struggle. But when I start taking Juice Plus, I woke up in the morning, I said, ooh, I feel like I've been sleeping for 20 hours. So I was happy and I called some friend around to let them know about the good news. I was like, I think that will be really good for you because even before me start taking Juice Plus, people really listen to me when it came to nutrition. People around me, they know that I'm very strict and I'm really picky about when it came to food because you don't want to put something in your body that your body don't need and it's not going to be benefit for you because you spend the money to ruin your body, which is not good. You want to spend your money and your body to enjoy and after eating or after taking the product, you start, oof, finally, until I found Juice Plus. And I said, this is life changing. And why Juice Plus? Because I usually take different vitamin, but this is my first time to work with the company. I spend my money and then they give me something back. I said, that's amazing. I'm a student, I'm not I cannot really work in this country but if I have a side business like that, it's life changing. It's helping me, and I'm being able to help other people around me, which is amazing because I spend my money, I get something back, I help other people to change their life. So I'm really happy being a part of Juice Plus. And I would say again, thank you to Miranda, thank you to Cassidy for having me, for helping me. They've been really carrying me, advising me what to do, where to start, and things that I can do to change my life also and change other people's life. So this is kind of my short story about Juice Plus, and I've been working now with Juice Plus for 1 month, and I can tell a big change in my life.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that,
You're
Gerard.
welcome.
That's like, you know, and you think about it, and it is life changing, because until you know the difference, I mean, because I know I feel the same way, and what we learn is that we need to take vitamins to get us healthier. But so many of us don't have a multivitamin deficiency. We have a whole food deficiency. And, you know, it's not to
Right.
say that you may be somebody who needs a vitamin. I have low vitamin D. I mean, we're all different. That's why it's important to, you know your own self and know, but we all know that when you put real foods in, our bodies know what to do with it, and it makes such a huge difference. So next up is Tim Penner, and we're so excited to have Tim with us here tonight. Tim is a personal trainer to world champions, and I just love that, because I think of all of us really as world champions, because we're the champion of our own world, right? And when you can also have the connections to know what athletes do at all different levels and what it takes to train, whether, like I said earlier, you have a kid in youth sports, or a kid in high school, college, or even, higher above that. We as parents know that we have to give them what they need to get to the level that they are competing at, both in school and on the field. So Tim, take it away.
Well, thank you so much. I want to thank Suzanne for inviting me. And I know a few of you faces, which is awesome to see. Joseph, it's great to see you, buddy. And so here's what I've been paying attention to. It's like, you know what, there's a common theme that's running through here, and it's simple. That this is, it really is simple. It's 30 different fruits and veggies in capsules or chewables. And I thought, wow, everybody's talking about that simplicity. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I was a personal trainer, worked at a country club, was blessed to start training some professional athletes for the Cardinals, some NFL guys, and that just kept going. And as I did that, a lot of people, a lot of different companies would come to me to get me to try to buy their products. And I'm a real research geek. I had to rely on that for my athletes. And so I would always ask them, is there any research behind it? And as you mentioned, Becky, this product has more research than any product in the world. So when Miss Heidi came up to me and asked me to come hear her husband speak, I probably rolled my eyes and said, well, does your product have any research? And she said, yeah, I think at the time there was probably like 27 worldwide published studies. Well, that got my attention. Went to hear Dr. David Phillips speak and was just blown away, because for me, my focus was getting from the inside out. And it works that way, whether you're an Olympic athlete or anybody. Everything starts from the inside and comes out. So we need to focus on the simple and work from the inside out. So when I heard this message about these fruits and veggies in capsules or chewables, I thought, that's really simple. That's sounds great. It's convenient, but simple doesn't always mean powerful. And working with world-class athletes, I've been so blessed in my career to just, I've gotten to work with Olympians, and that's been a blast. But is it powerful? Is eating 30 different fruits and veggies and berries every day really going to do that much for my athletes? Well, the research I looked at blew my mind. And I just got to the point where with any of my clients, I would recommend it. With my elite athletes, I wouldn't train them without it. Because here's the thing, guys, foundationally, from the inside out, if you're not getting what you need nutritionally, we can build on other things, but something else is going to collapse. So a lot of athletes are focused on macronutrition, getting their right macro balance, all those things. But here's the thing, if we don't have the nutrition, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm going to throw out some numbers. They're not accurate. Don't quote me on it. But if, let's say, a 2,000 calorie diet and you're looking at a 60-20-20 macro ratio, proteins, carbs, and fats. Okay. So you can eat, I'm going to say, a cup and a half of table sugar. You can have a third of a cup of olive oil, and you can eat some beef liver. That's 2,000 calories. It's a 60-20-20 ratio. Is that nutritious? Is your performance going to improve? No, no. So this is what's so amazing about something so incredibly powerful for the human physiology, and yet so simple as to be capsules or chewables. So for me, this started with my athletes. As Gerard said, and Gerard, get ready, but if you're only a month into this, get ready. My athletes were a month, 2-3 months in, radically changing their workouts, radically changing their performance. And that's fantastic. That's fun. That's fun for any trainer. Here's the thing for me, the moms, the gals that came to me that were overweight, the health issues with I'm gonna say the rest of us, those were being handled. The body can handle it if we give it the right nutrition. And that's more powerful for me, even though I'm getting to work with these amazing humans, to have a mom have a little kid that's not sick anymore, to have one of my dearest friends, diabetes, his A1C numbers go from 13, the mid 13s down to like low 6s in 8 months. So I want us all to think about something. It is very simple to eat these fruits and veggies, capsules or chewables. Okay, we have the children, we have the Healthy Starts for Families, where kids can get this for free for up to 4 years. How easy is that? But how life-changing is it? How life-changing is it? That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to push numbers or anything. I'm here to see and hear people have better lives. And this is foundationally what we all need if you're a human. So guess what? You guys all qualify. You all qualify. Your kids qualify. Now, the business side of it, I didn't want to have anything to do with it because in my mind, I had pictures of Tupperware parties in my home, which, yeah, the record scratches to a stop. I did not want to have anything to do with that. As Terry talked about, she has a business. Trainers, we don't really have extra time. So my initial concept of this business was more time, which I don't have, more frustration, more numbers, all of those things. And then I realized I'm already recommending people eat better, which means more fruits and veggies, which means more plants in their diet. I'm already doing that. Why not get paid? Here's what happened to my business. My athletes took off. They recommended more athletes, and I'm talking more elite athletes, Super Bowl winners, Pro Bowlers, that kind of thing, to come to work with me. My clients started having better health outcomes, which had nothing to do with my ability as a trainer, right? Growing nails that you could never grow before, yeah, that's not something you can really work on training-wise. But my athlete business was exploding to where I got to the point where I was turning clients away. And as a personal trainer, that's a rare, wonderful land to be in. I was turning people away. And it got to the point financially so that I said, you know what? I'm helping more people by getting this foundational information to them than I am one-on-one training. Now I still do online one-on-one training, but my heart is to change the world. And I know a lot of people on here, this is not only your heart, you're walking out those steps. So I just want to encourage anybody that's thinking about it, or maybe if you've been in this business for a while and it's kind of plateaued, I want you to think about somebody else's life and what this simple easy to eat product can do for someone's life and maybe their business. I could go on stories for hours, but I'm going to wrap it up with that. And if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them here, or you can get on Facebook and find me there, or whatever. That'd be fine. Back to you, Miss Becky.
Thank you, Tim. That was dynamite. Loved it, all of it. And you know, it's true to be able to empower ourselves, that, you know, us in everyday life, all the way up to what top level athletes are taking, but that we can all benefit from this. You know, I know there's some students on here tonight. And guys, I hope that you have taken away how important it is. And when coach says, you know, you got to eat your good food, good nutrition, your plants, your proteins, your carbs, you know, to listen to eating to those real things, because it's going to help your performance. And, you know, when we can't eat all those things, Juice Plus is the way to bridge that gap. So, you know, just getting more, and in general, getting more fruits, vegetables on your plates is going to help. So when you go to lunch, get that salad in the cafeteria because it's going to help. I know they don't want to hear that, but it is. And could take it in a little capsule and not have to taste the kale. So, you know, we're just so happy to have everybody here tonight. And anybody have any questions that they want to ask of anybody who is speaking tonight, you can unmute. We'd love to hear from you, or any comments.
Will there be a recording of this? I want to share with a lot of my friends that didn't.
Yes, Denzel, there is a recording. So we will definitely